Very good morning. Today we are going to study the biomedical instrumentation, Unit 4. Basically, this Unit 4 is divided into two parts. Today we will study the part A. Unit 4 is respiratory system measurements. The contents of the video are introduction to respiration, organs of respiration, mechanism of respiration. First of all, what exactly meant by respiration? The exchange of gases in any biological process is termed as respiration. The respiratory system takes oxygen into the body and gives off carbon dioxide waste product from the cells. The entire process of taking in oxygen to the cells and removing the carbon dioxide from the cells is termed as respiration. The respiration plays a very vital role to our human body. If the respiration is good, everything will go in a proper manner. Otherwise, it creates lots of problems like pneumonia, asthma, and all. So, in order to avoid those all things, we need to maintain our respiratory cycle very much nicely. So, these are the organs of respiration. This shows the anatomical diagram of organs of respiration, and this one is the flow diagram of organs of respiration. By seeing this flow diagram, we will easily come to know how the air is taken into the body through the various parts. So there are various parts involved over here. Nose is located in the anatomical diagram over here. Nasal cavities and sinuses over here. Pharynx over here. Larynx, this one. Trachea, this one. Bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, and lung capillaries. Basically, this respiratory tract is divided into two parts, that is upper respiratory tract and the lower respiratory tract. The upper respiratory tract involves nose, nasal cavities, pharynx, and upper part of larynx. From this point to this point is taken as the upper respiratory tract, and the lower part of larynx and trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, lung capillaries. These all considered as the lower part of respiratory tract. So in this way, this is divided into two parts, that is upper and lower respiratory tract. And this overall tract is called as the trachebronchial tree because this complete part looks like a tree. It is called as trachebronchial tree. Now we will see the detailed explanation of this organs of respiration. First one, nose and nasal cavities. The facial organ that serves for sense of olfaction and to warm, moisten and filter air for respiratory tract is the work of nose and nasal cavities. It sends the sense of olfaction. Olfaction means it is a smell. Warm. Warm means it heats. Moistens. It moistens. Why these all things are required? Because our body, whatever the air we inhale, that should get matched with our body temperature. These all procedures have been done. So here filtration is also done. In order to avoid any impurities from that air, this filtration process is done at the nasal cavities. Then the air is passed to the various parts. The next one is the pharynx. Pharynx is also called as the throat. It is a pipe-like area through which the air is passed. Next one is larynx. It is also called as voice box. It houses the vocal cords that vibrate when air is forced upward. Trachea. Trachea is also called as a windpipe. It is a vertical tube kept open to allow passage of air to and from the lungs. Bronchi. Two branches of trachea that descend into each lung is termed as the bronchi. Bronchioles, these are small branches that form a network throughout the lungs, is called as the bronchioles. Alveoli, these are the air cavities at the end of the bronchioles that trap air and allow exchange of gases to the blood capillaries, is termed as alveoli. Lung capillaries, thin tubes carrying blood that surrounding the alveoli and allow exchange of gases, is termed as the lung capillaries. In this way, these are the various organs which works for our respiratory systems. Now we will see the mechanism of respiration measured using spirometer. First of all, what exactly mean by spirometer? A spirometer is an instrument which is used to measure the mechanism of respiration, is called as the spirometer. An instrument which measures the respiratory volume is called spirometer. This figure shows the spirometer. Here, it consists of various parts. The mouthpiece, it is a water tank. In that water is placed. This is the inverted bell jar, which is coupled by the thread to the weight by using these two pulleys. This weight is connected to the pen, which is going to be written on the graph paper, and this is the chemograph, which shows the respiratory patterns for inhaling and exhaling purpose, and at the same time it gives the electrical output for the respiration. Now we will see, when a person inhales, what exactly happens over here. When a person inhales, the bell jar moves down and the pressure inside the bell jar is going to be decreasing. Due to that, what happens? There is change in movement of weight, which is going to be takes place through this pulleys. And as we know, it is connected to the pen. Whatever the changes in the weight is there, that is going to be recorded or written on the graph paper. And this chemograph will show the respiratory pattern for inhaling purpose. And we are going to get the output of inhaling pattern. Now, when a person exhales, what happens? The bell jar moves up and the pressure in the bell jar is going to be increasing. And at the same time, what happens? This weight movement is going to be changing. And that is going to be written on the graph paper using this pen. And we are going to observe the respiratory pattern in the chemograph. And we are going to get the electrical output for the exhalation pattern. And when no one is breathing, what happens? There will not be any movement in the bell jar. There will not be any changes at the weight. And we are not going to get any pattern on the chemograph. And at the same time, we are not going to get any output over here. Now we will see the detailed explanation for the same. A spirometer consists of a movable bell inverted over a chamber of water. Inside the bell, above the water line, is the gas that is to be breathed. The bell is counterbalanced by a weight to maintain the gas inside at atmosphere pressure so that its height above the water is proportional to the amount of gas in the bell. A breathing tube connects the mouth of the patient with the gas under the bell. Thus, as the patient breathes into the tube, the bell moves up and down with each inspiration and expiration in proportion to the amount of air breathed in or out. When no one is breathing into the mouthpiece, then bell will move at rest with the fixed volume above the water level. When the subject exhales, the pressure inside the bell increases above the atmospheric pressure, causing the bell to rise. Similarly, when the subject inhales, the pressure inside the bell decreases. The change in bell pressure changes the volume inside the bell, which also causes the position of the counterweight to change. The volume changes is recorded on the graph paper by attaching append to the counterweight. A chart recorder is also called the chemograph, which produces the breathing pattern for inhaling and exhaling purposes. At the same time, we are going to get the electrical output which is connected to the weight. Thank you.